All right, it is February the 1st now. It is a little after 10 o'clock, and this is what I've gotten put on here to see if we can get her done. I went ahead and decided to go ahead and see if I could put in a couple of feathers here and just a blanket here. Um, what I'm going to go do here in a little bit is go outside and I'm going to use my grinder, and I'm going to try to shape, get it closer to the edge of where I want it down through here. That way it'd be easier. Then I can just go to hand tools. And being a sedimentary rock, it's a fine clay rock. I can use just these cheapo tools, the cheap chisels. They don't have to be sharp. They just have to be fairly straight. I should be able to smooth them out pretty good the way I want, and shape it without having to use any kind of power or electricity. If I didn't have any electricity at all to use, I could probably go find me a piece of sandstone or something and scrape this off or shape it to where I want it to. Only problem is that I'm seeing there's a crack that has it was in the rock itself, and it goes up quite a ways up here, so I'm just gonna have to be careful. See if we can reveal that crack a little bit. Just gonna have to be careful with it and not bang it around too much. But I don't know if you can see it, but that crack goes all the way up. Looks like it keeps on going out this way, about right there. So I'm gonna try to keep that from breaking. I'm gonna try to keep it off of the my cement down here, my little water station. I just flipped my table down, and I'm gonna work on it like this. It's gonna cause a lot more dust, but I can sweep it up. But I'm going to try to go ahead and put this into fast forward. Well, the next couple of videos it'll be like this. I'm just trying to give you an idea of my thought process on doing these, and how I go about thinking about doing them. And then I'll put all these videos in one short fast forward video at the end. I believe I've decided on the name. I'm going to call this I'm just going to call this one Native Stone. I guess people want to name these sculptures, I guess, if you want to call it a sculpture. But most of it I'll be done like this, shaping it that way. It's less vibration on, less chance of that crack developing even further. But all right, well, I'm gonna go outside and shape this out a little bit more, get it closer to what I want, and then we'll go from there. All right, we're back now. It is a little almost 10:30 now, and we've got him cut down with this wheel. I wish Harbor Freight or Dremel would come up with this kind of a disc in a smaller diameter that would fit the Dremel or the rotary tools, because that works great on these rocks. If I find something that works pretty good for me, I'm going to share it on here. So that works pretty good for me. But it does cause quite a bit of vibration. I'm not sure if this has opened up anymore, but right there is the crack. On this side goes up to about there. And on the back side, you can really see it now. I can. It goes up to about right there. About the same on both sides. It might go a little bit further on the backside, but anyway, there we go for now. What I'll end up doing now, I'll go ahead and try to shape this a little bit better, more rounded head, and then whenever I get to working on the face, I'll bring you back and we'll go from there. All right folks, it's a little bit after 11:12 or 11:15. The camera's backwards. I got you flipped around where you can see a little bit better. But all I'm using is a box blade. If you do this, get you one that's pretty comfortable for your hand, because your hand will hurt after a while of doing this. But like I said, this is a sort of a clay stone. It's mainly clay. It's fine clay that has over time become a stone, a rock, and it is a native Oklahoma stone. It's not found everywhere in Oklahoma. I'm in northeast Oklahoma, and it's just found in little pockets here and there. And I've searched all my life looking for rocks that I can do, because I've never had enough money, or very much money, or the ability to order rocks. So I've had to make do with whatever I could. It's been my whole life making do. So that's why pretty much why I'm named the channel Making Do, and my name is Donald Osborne. D-O is my initial, so I just combine the two to make the channel, and to show you what I make and how I make it, or try to show people, since I've never been to school myself to learn any of this, that I'd kind of pass on what I've learned over the years. I'm 55 now, and I've been doing this on and off. Well, teaching myself how to do this kind of things, from starting from drawing to now painting, carving, anything I can do. I asked somebody a long time ago if there was any rocks here in Oklahoma that was that somebody could carve on. I had an interest. This was back when I was in my teens, and they said, no, you ain't gonna find any rocks here in Oklahoma. But I've proved them wrong over the years. Oklahoma is pretty diverse. It's got everything from this kind of rock to granite. There's even some marble. I've carved in some marble. If I can get a chance to go to, there's a town called Marble City where they have a quarry that quarries this white marble. I'll get some of that and see if I can carve on it. But right now, it's kind of hard for me to get around. I don't have a vehicle, and I'm kind of stuck here where I am, and then the situation I'm in due to health issues and my own dumb decisions and things like that. But I've been able to accumulate this little building, and the solar panels and everything that I try to run it off of. It's not enough power to do everything I want, but one of these days I'll get it to where I can do that. Like today, it's pretty cloudy out today, so it's kind of hard to run anything electrical and keep my battery up. I only got one battery. So, but this is about the very first time I carved a rock was with a pocket knife, and it was a piece of granite I picked up. And all I done there was just remove the grains, the sand, or the fine pieces of the granite. Just picked them out with my pocket knife until I had a face in it. But that was the start of all this. But anyway, look around if you want to try to do this. If you're like me, you don't have the money to order a fancy rock like the soapstone. I mean, if you're a beginner, And if you got the money, I'd order you some soapstone, and you can do it just like this with a knife. It's a lot easier than this rock, a lot softer. That's why they call it soapstone, because you can carve it like a piece of soap. But look around your area and just carry around a knife like this. That way you don't mess up the blades. The blades are pretty cheap. You can buy them by the hundreds, and just pick you up a rock. And if you can scrape on it pretty good, kind of what I'm doing here, then you can carve on it. And I'd encourage you to try it. I mean, it's not a fast thing. I mean, you don't have the patience, I wouldn't try it, because it will take a few days. Even with power tools, it takes days. But the end product will last forever. And if ever something happens and the human race is gone forever, maybe one day an alien will be walking around on this earth when we're all gone, and kick over one of these rocks and say, hey, something with thumbs done this. And you can leave a piece of you behind that will last forever, or at least until the elements doesn't wear it out. But what I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of shape the head around and get up under the chin. I want to get his chin here out to where it kind of looks like a human. It's not going to be exact, but that's why they call that artistic license or something like that. It's your artwork. You can do whatever you want with it. I feel anyway. But I could be wrong. I've only had one art teacher, and that was in my 6th grade. And it was like the first week of the school or of the class, and he had a big table full of pictures and things, and said, go pick you up a picture and copy it, or try to duplicate it the best you can. And I went over and picked up a picture. I drew it out fine. It was a little picture, and I made it probably, it was a little picture, probably no bigger than that. Probably a 2.5 inch by 3 inch picture. And I filled a regular, like 12 inch piece of paper, 12 by 9, whatever a paper is. I filled it up, and it looked pretty good. I thought, and everybody else around me thought it would look pretty good too. I took it up to the teacher and had him look at it, and he accused me of tracing it. And I had like 5 or 6 other people saying, no, we sit there and watched him. He drew it freehand. And the teacher kept on arguing, and I just got mad at him and changed classes and went to a class they had was for maintenance, school maintenance and things, where you could learn everything from welding to masonry work, whatever the school needed to do. Those kids was doing it. It's free labor for school, and taught us some lessons we can use the rest of our life and whatever we done. And it helped me out some. They don't do that anymore in school, I don't think. Even home ec, I don't think they even have home ec anymore, where they teach you how to cook or do your checkbooks or anything. I don't know, school's gotten kind of funny here nowadays. But anyway, All those little things I've learned in my life kind of helped me do this and helped me figure out how to do things like this. But it don't take a whole lot of money to do this. I mean, a pocket knife and the will to do it is all you really need, and maybe the ability to draw a little bit or use your imagination. And there you go. That's all you need. And a little bit of problem solving, and you can do whatever you want, male or female. But I will tell you, the older you get, the more this works on your hands and arthritis, everything. But all rocks are different. You just gotta go out and look, see what you got around you. Pick them up and scrape on them a little bit and see what you can do. But these rocks here, I don't know if you can see, or if I can show you in this camera. But like right here, a little gray or rust color. It's all rust in there. Before I was doing this and I was using Dremel, and I wasn't using water, every time I'd hit one of those little rust spots or whatever, it'd spark. So that's why I figure it's iron deposit or something in there. But if you try to do this with those Dremel bits and without water, you'll go through the Dremel bits in a hurry. It just knocks them diamonds off. But with these knives like this, it's not that bad. I mean, it takes a long time. So you gotta work out what you want to do, what kind of detail you want to put in your rock. Like this one here, all I'm going to do is spend most of my time doing the detail on the face and on the hair, and then the blanket will be a secondary. It would just be I'll just try to give the idea of a blanket on there, and then we'll polish it up after we get it all carved down the way we want it. We'll polish it up, and this rock here polishes up real good, and I'll show you here when we get to that part what I used to polish it with. But even using these knives, even though these rocks will dull these knives, you got to be careful, because you will cut yourself still. And with all this dust and stuff, that's not good when you cut yourself and get this dirt and dust in there. But there's no rhyme or reason where the way I do this, really. It's just what I feel at the time. I mean, it's just I work up here on the head, shape the head around to where I can get to the facial details, and I'll be looking all the time at what I uncover doing these with the knife here. I mean, sometimes I'll find there'll be like this, these rust deposits in here. They'll be just right, like right here. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to work them in. See where I can get you where you can see right here. I don't know if I can work these rust deposits into where I want to put the feather or not. But sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. And then sometimes you see things after you scrape on them like this and get it down to pretty close to where you want it, that you see other things in there that you might want to add and work into your design. But anyway, okay, I thought I'd just give you that little bit of input. Maybe it'll help somebody, maybe it won't. I don't know. I'm just a crazy old Indian out here doing this. But if it helps you, or gives you an idea, or if I can help you in any way, leave me a comment and I'll try to help you. If I can't help you with the through the comments, I'll make a video, see if I can help you there, or give you an idea of what or how I'd tackle the problem if you got a problem or a question. But okay, I'll bring you back when we get closer on the face and give you closer details on doing the face. All right.